XoneBros. This is your positive gaming Xbox community. How is everyone doing? Is it just on me right now?
Yeah, I'll find the button.
Find the button to make it all of us. Make it the both of us, right? Mr. McSpicy had to run out real quick to move my car. Someone came and had to drop something off. So we're doing this a day early today, everyone, because...
Oh, there we go.
Hey, there's Jordan.
And there we are.
There's all three. There's all three.
Oh, I'm here. I'm late. I'm late to the party. My brother's moving here in the car.
Okay.
A lot just happened.
Yeah, my mic sounds funny. My mic sounds funny.
Oh, it's because it's not plugged in.
David did not plug his
So
mic in.
you're catching them on my mic, right?
I was wondering. I couldn't hear myself. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to the X1Bros. We'll do this again. This is a positive gaming Xbox community.
That's our take.
We were, wow.
What happened while I was gone?
Nothing. I was telling Jordan and Spicy before the show that I'm off caffeine. This is day 5, except for this Dr. Pepper right
And
here.
the two next to you.
We won't talk about that. Okay?
He goes, I'm off Dr. Pepper, and he's pounding.
Not Dr. Pepper.
Caffeine.
Oh, caffeine.
Yeah.
And then you were just pounding 3
I'll
cans.
tell you what, everybody. I feel great. No caffeine. I was taking like 2 or 3 pre-workout drinks a day.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, pre-workout stuff. That stuff scares me.
Yeah, I remember when I used to work for the internet company, we would do like late night stuff for maintenance. I used to drink Apple Rock Stars.
Yeah.
And then I remember I had to quit, and I had the shakes for like a month.
I can't do those kind of drinks. My body can't handle it.
Yeah,
I hallucinate. I literally will hallucinate.
I was reaching a state of permanent anxiety, so I said to myself,
They have pills for that.
I said to myself,
So if you want to go back, there is a other
Yeah,
option.
you can counter that with pills.
Yeah. And then you counter that with other pills.
I'm all natural, baby. I'm all natural
All
now.
natural with Dr. Pepper.
All natural, yes. Let's jump into, we had a big drop on Xbox this week. Actually, before we get that, I'll forget. I want to ask, I heard through the chicken wire, down the grapevine, whatever.
The chicken wire.
I don't know.
I've never
Stuff's
heard of
just
that.
running through my head right now.
Yeah. Well, you're now on caffeine again.
Yeah, I'm not on caffeine. I'm wired.
That's actually pretty good. I've heard through the chicken wire that
I heard that Spicy was in the looking for a racing wheel.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. Well, no, what? So what had happened was there was like, you know how Amazon does their mid-year sale
Amazon Prime days.
Yeah, they know how to get you. They know what I want.
Oh, they do get you.
Because all it was like cool stuff.
I bought 2 Switch games.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
the only time Nintendo games went on sale.
The only
And
time.
they didn't even go on sale that much, did they?
Both Mario games.
The only thing that stopped me from buying it was Jordan didn't answer my phone call.
What was it? Was it the Logitech G?
Yeah.
There's one at Best Buy. Have you seen that one at Best Buy and felt it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's the G9, I think, or something. It's on demo.
Do you want me to
there.
bring mine over so you guys can try
vibrates,
it?
and
Yeah.
it feels so good.
Because the haptic feedback is
That's
unreal.
what it is. Haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it. So like if your tires lock up, you can feel it in the steering wheel and you
Dude,
start to
it
panic.
feels so good.
It was upgradable. The one I was looking at, you could add like bells and whistles, pedals, gear shifter, a whole bunch of stuff.
Joystick and the whole shot.
Yeah, then so I was like, I think I should get it. I should call Jordan and he can convince me. And he didn't answer.
Oh.
And then what happened? So then what had happened was I went and got, looking at all the other more expensive stuff. And then I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm looking at like the wraparound screen.
We should do a bros like Black Friday special before Black Friday, where we all go splurge.
I like where you're going with this.
On that kind of setup. Because here's the thing, I've looked this up too, and I'm like, but I don't want to sit at my chair. By the way, I'm all over the place here. Let me finish my thought.
I know you're on caffeine again.
Let me finish my thought. Because I'm in a chair or a couch, and I'm like, I don't want to sit at my desk to have to drive. No. There's for $50, you can get a stand that it nails to, and has things for your pedals and a joystick, and it pulls right up to your couch.
You know what? I was also researching it, because I'm like, oh, is this a good model? And people were saying this is a good beginner's model, and that's what I was like.
I think you would go down a rabbit hole.
I know. I was like, wait, I'm not a beginner here. Okay,
I want at least intermediate.
I know. I don't want to start, at the back. I want to be in front. So, but then Jordan didn't answer, and so I was like, it like fizzled out.
Well, it's a good time because Forza's coming out soon. Yeah. The new Forza.
Well, that's all that was going through my head, Jordan. I needed you to be there because
and that's where I'm going to use mine. Really.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is yours?
It's the Logitech one. I think it's so. There's I forget the name of it, but there was three. There was like the beginner one. And then there was like
don't look at me when you say that. Yeah, that was rude.
Wait, what was the price on it? That's how you'll know.
It was like 100 and something. For not mine. Mine was like 250, almost $3. But mine's like the intermediate one. It's like, hey, you're not playing with your kids anymore. You're a little bit better. You know what I mean? But you're not quite a pro.
But you're not taking it too serious.
I'm actually in the market for a second racing wheel now.
Oh,
wait, what? What? So you could be like this?
No, I'm actually
an upgrade.
Getting kind of. Okay. Depends on how you look at it. I'm actually looking for a Formula One racing wheel.
Oh,
they're a little bit different.
They're like little joysticks.
Yeah. Well, it's like a bow tie? Looks like a Game Gear.
It's like the big bow tie, right?
Yeah.
It's like a built-in suicide wheel.
Yeah. So
does it pop off like the real?
Oh, it pops off.
When you get in a crash, you like take it off and throw it up on the car because you're all mad because someone crashed you.
Yes or no? You said no. Then no to the.
It fizzled out because I went through like the 5 stages of whatever.
Yeah.
This
temptation.
Was the 5 stages of temptation.
Yeah.
I went through all of them, and what fizzled it out was I saw how like the real good stuff, and that's actually when I called you when I was looking at the good stuff, and I called Jordan. I was like, I left him a voicemail. I was like, hey, should I get this?
Because it was the Cyber Monday.
I need you to call me back. Yeah, whatever it was. It's like mid-July Amazon Prime sale or whatever it is.
I've been going down a chair rabbit hole.
Like racing chairs or just chairs?
Like gaming / work chairs, like high end for my back.
Well, I think at that point you just get a high-end work chair.
Yeah,
work
those
better.
Is
much more effective. Yeah, and it's
Yeah, I'm looking at Herman Miller. If you know the name,
well, he sounds like a lawyer.
You'll know the name. Yeah, it's expensive.
Herman Miller and Associates.
Yeah, they're expensive guys. They're really expensive.
It's like Hewlett and Packard. You're like, oh,
yeah. $1,600 chair.
What? Whoa. Okay, that better like cook your breakfast.
Imagine putting a racing wheel on that.
It's awesome.
Wait, how do you know it's awesome? Have you sat in it?
I have not.
The price tells you it's awesome.
It comes to you in a giant crate because
I've had it like literally like it's like AI built.
No, because you don't have to build it. They build it for you.
They measure you like at the tailor.
Wait.
That would be awesome.
Of course they build it for you.
No, what do you mean? No, chairs usually come and you got to like put it together.
Put it together.
Okay, I totally you don't have to blacksmith this. You don't.
It's already fully assembled. That's better. That's a better word for it.
Oh, that's how you know. That's the extra $1,000.
No, it's high end. You should look it up. Pull it up.
Oh,
Herman
Miller and Associates.
Herman Miller chairs.
All right, who's the most powerful CEO in the world?
Wait,
because
is this like a Marvel versus DC question? Lex Luthor.
What chair?
I would say Lex Luthor.
Chair does he sit in?
Fun fact.
Who does
since I went down this road, I'm now on TV shows. Like I was watching Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan has Herman Miller's all throughout their show.
Yeah, there you go.
that chair. That's like the most popular chair on like TV sets right there.
Let me put this on the screen here. So, all right.
Like think of a CEO, like Tim Cook. Now he probably sits on like a ball.
So that chair, that is like the office chair right there. But that's not the chair I want. Go to chairs and go to gaming.
Yeah,
it's under both gaming and office chairs. But the only difference, no, don't go to office because I don't like the color. The gaming one just gives you a different color. They're the same price.
Scroll down.
It's that one right there. 2, 3 in right there.
The blue.
That is it. What is it called again? The Embody. Watch this bad boy. You'll see it. You'll see it immediately. First of all, look at the base.
But what
did this company sponsor our show?
No. Let me tell you.
It looks like this chair is well endowed.
Can you flip it around? Because look at the back. What it does is
flip it around. Oh, here, let me flip that picture around. What do you mean?
360 it.
Like, okay, what do you...
Oh, no, it doesn't do it right there. Yeah. Okay. I'll just scroll down. I'll show you. Like, click on one. There you go. See the back? So when you sit down, it fully molds to your spine and keeps you shoulders straight up all day.
All right.
Look at that thing. Oh, fully adjustable.
It does look like a lot of engineering went into that.
It looks like the Borg.
Fully adjustable.
What's the thing on the bottom?
Fully adjustable armrest.
That's the colon.
Is that for?
Lets you take a dump.
Is that for airflow?
Because you can forward seat this. So here's your chair. You could lean back, right? This is one of the few chairs that can go like this, forward. It's very good for lower back pain to sit forward because it forces you to put your pressure on your legs.
The arc.
Dude,
Arch.
Wow.
This is the chair that I'm getting.
You have become Homer Simpson. There's an episode of The Simpsons where all he wants is a really expensive chair, and he sits in it, and he like takes off into warp drive.
Pedro Ramos has this one. Do you really, Pedro? What scale of 1 to 10? What do you rate this one?
Okay.
It's got 12-year full warranty, but look at that color too. Yeah, baby.
You know what you should do?
I do like the blue.
You should send this episode to this company and see if they'll sponsor you one.
We can get 3 of them.
3. Yeah, we have them
I'll
back
take
here.
one. Yeah. I am paying I better not say that if they're. No, I'm paying $1,600.
Pedro Ramos says yes. It's a 9. Nothing's perfect. It's as good as it gets.
It's a 9. Nothing is. Have I ever sat in a perfect 10 chair?
No, my chair sucks. My chair is killing me.
Well, your chair does suck. I actually don't. It feels like an IKEA chair.
I happen to be a fan.
Sucks.
I happen to be a fan of old people chairs, like the ones made in the 40s that are still around. You know that you can't move.
Still around.
yeah. I actually have one down in my basement.
I'm telling you,
I love old chairs.
Go through like the top 500 Fortune companies and see what they sit in.
Right here, Herman Miller's baby.
Jack Ryan sits in this.
Yeah,
not that one. He sits in that one to the left.
That's
Aeon.
America's chair.
Yeah. The Aaron chair. The Aaron.
That's the one he sits in?
That's the one, baby. That's the one.
How did we get on this?
See, Pedro, I don't have lower back pain anymore from sitting. Yeah, I sit all day, every day.
But don't you have a standing desk?
I stand now a lot of the time.
Oh. You should get one of those like little pads.
I have one.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I paid $300 for my chair, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I looked up your chair.
Oh, and now you're judging me for it? That was the tone of your voice. I'm offended. You know what? Let's vote. Is he off the podcast?
No. Okay. I almost got your chair, and then I was like, why pay $300 when I could pay $1,600?
That's what I did with the Logitech.
Yeah. I'm like, if I'm gonna get a chair,
I don't want the entry level chair.
You're in phase 4 of the 5-step program.
Well, because
you're gonna fizzle out, man.
Because I want a chair. I want to be able. The best gaming experience I have ever had in my entire life was when my setup was at my desk. My problem is when I was at my desk, I have never had the embody chair, and so I couldn't last hours. Like I can last hours on
America's chair.
Yeah, I could last hours on a couch gaming, but I need a chair where I could last hours.
This sounds so much like a
the
commercial.
Desk gaming.
This sounds like a commercial.
We should contact these guys.
Someone, can you everybody just at these guys on Twitter and send them this episode?
X. Isn't it X now?
And this is his review from only looking at the price.
No, and I've watched
the picture.
I've watched a million reviews. Everybody, this is the chair.
This is the 9 out of 10 chair.
No, this is the chair. The chair.
Look at that. Pedro, big investment. Got it during COVID, and I still work from home.
Yeah, baby.
That chair made him not want to go back to the office.
Pedro and we're copacetic, man. Copacetic. We're on the same wavelength. Do you have the blue one or do you have the black one? The black one's the office.
It comes in 2 different colors?
Yeah, black is the office version, so this is the gaming version.
Oh, is that why it's $1,600?
Is the office one the same price?
The same price, yeah.
Why would they make a blue one gaming? Like, what is?
Because that looks gaming, dude.
Does it?
Gamers are bad.
That honestly looks like carpet.
That looks like blue carpet. That's more like airplane blue. Like that's like the blue on Delta.
Exactly
it's a Delta flight.
Yeah, it's a Delta flight.
Maybe blue. Delta should just install these.
Yeah, why don't they?
I'd be more comfortable in one of these bad boys than whatever's up there.
I don't think Delta's sole purpose is making you comfortable. I think it's trying to cram as many people on the plane.
Not in the seats that we pay for, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, can I tell you a secret?
Oh, no. Yes, David, yes.
So for work, in a few weeks, I have to go to California for the first time in my life because I had enough Sky Miles.
Are you flying first class?
Flying for I
Wait,
was like,
wait.
upgrade to first class for free.
But is it real first class? Because there's like 8 classes now.
Oh no, it's lit. I'm in row 2.
But you're not row 1. I
I
bet you're
could
row
have picked
1.
row 1, but I don't want to stare at the stewardess while we're taking off.
Well,
so I'm in row
I'm telling
2.
you, in that class, those are the type of stewardesses you want to stare at.
Hey, I wonder if that's true. Like the more attractive.
Okay,
men or-
actually, 100%,
men
yeah,
or
guaranteed.
women.
The flight,
no.
a pole comes down right in the middle. I've seen
no.
Tony Stark has this.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, an Iron Man.
The most
Austin Powers too. I think.
Austin Powers has this. That's first class.
it goes. I think you're men or women. The most attractive stewardesses, first class.
Would I be a first class steward?
You would be like business class.
Ah, shit. I'll take business class. I'm a business.
No.
I'm business class level. I'll take it.
We probably just offended like all our stewardess listeners.
They're like listening right now
No,
while, while serving drinks.
I would say stewardesses and what's the male version of the word stewardess?
Steward.
Oh, a steward?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I would say they are generally very attractive, or moderately
most part.
attractive.
No, yeah. Well, and they're people. You know, they're people persons.
Yeah, those are the ones you want attractive, right, David? You don't want the pilot to be attractive.
See, look at. Did you guys watch the Lords of Fallen gameplay presentation? I haven't, but I've seen it everywhere. He did on his Herman Miller. Made it a comfortable
Made it that much better.
I have flown first class before, David.
I'm actually
It's
looking.
fantastic.
So I dread. So I fly a lot lately. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate it.
Well,
Flights
to be
are always
fair,
ever since COVID. Flights are always canceled.
The last flight that we had was
It's always
straight
super
up terrible.
That's been my experience every time, Jordan. Every single time.
I have a 50-50 experience.
Delayed or canceled. Flights full. Make sure you got to check your luggage. Oh, you checked your luggage. We lost it. Like it's a hot mess. It's a bus station now. Flying is no longer classy. It's just a bus station.
Was flying ever classy?
So I purposely, because I have an office for my work. I work remotely. We have offices in Vegas and we have offices in California. I go in about every other month. I choose to drive 5.5 hours, 6 hours to Vegas rather than take a 45-minute flight because I hate flying that much. Not because I'm afraid of flying or anything like that. Because flying is that much of a hassle. I would rather drive in my peaceful own tube.
On the good old American highway.
Good old
you can always depend on the
American highway.
American highway.
The American interstate system.
Better than the sky.
Better than the skyways. No, but here's the thing, though.
Especially
it's also
with
not
your
that
car tech. Your car tech's out of control right now.
Oh yeah, car tech. I don't even
Car
have to.
shit.
I don't even have to look. I don't have to keep my eyes open nowadays.
true.
Yeah, you should start renting like Teslas and stuff.
No, all cars do that now. Like keep you in
Yeah,
the lane.
mine. I got a Bronco. We had to. Get
Oh
a
yeah,
Bronco.
when we rented the car, I turned that stuff off. It bothers me.
I love
Well,
it.
because there's haptic
I don't-
feedback now. You can
There's
actually
haptic feedback.
If you can turn this on and off, but if you go outside of the lines, it literally will go.
Yeah, I know. I don't want the car to tell me how to drive.
Well,
I turn it off.
I would like the car to assist me sometimes.
I know.
Sometimes I turn it off. It depends on my mood. But do you know what annoys me is that auto start. Have
Like push
the
to start
Bronco-
or
no.
auto start?
No.
Because I
Your
like the
keychain-
push to
on
start.
your keychain.
No, not that. That's cool. No, when you're at a stoplight and your engine turns off.
Oh yeah.
I hate that, and you can't turn that off.
Yeah, I can in my car.
We
Well, you
have a
can-
button,
Oh,
but
sorry.
you cannot permanently
you
turn it
can't
off.
permanently
I
turn
can.
it off.
I can.
He does have a Honda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Japanese.
Econ. It's called econ mode.
I'll say America's great, but the Japanese no tech.
It's called econ mode. I hit the little button and turn off econ mode, and all of a sudden
No.
I am revving, ready to
Permanently,
go.
permanently. Like the next time in a week, do you have to do that again?
Oh, every time I turn on the
Yeah,
car,
see,
I have to
that's-
hit the econ mode.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah,
See,
you
there's
got
a
it.
button. I know what button to press. I
Oh.
just hate that I have to
You
do
have
it
to do it?
every
Yeah.
time.
You know what's really bothersome
I don't mind that.
about that is when you stop, it turns off, and now that it's summer, it's hot. When it turns off, the AC goes down because there's no
Hence,
power.
That's why I hate it. That's
And then you have to hit the button, and you're like, "Come on!"
yeah, I mean, we're Americans. We're supposed to guzzle gas.
What? Like, how much are you actually saving?
Can I say?
The car's already pretty efficient.
Can I say this was the first time? So I have a Honda Odyssey van.
Yeah.
That's 2023. That's
You should have
right.
got the one with the TV in it.
that. No, I don't need a TV. You don't need a TV. You have iPads nowadays.
It's not the same.
For the price it costs to upgrade to the TV system in your car, you can get like 25 iPads.
He's got a point, Jordan.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's made it.
I don't believe it.
Anyways, I did all my research, and there was like 4 different vans to go through, and I kept steering away from the Honda because it looks like a van. There's like vans that don't look so vanish, and the Honda Odyssey is the top-rated van for like 15 years, and so I ended up getting it. There's a reason. It is my favorite car I have ever had or driven. It is everything. If there's a reason, it's the top-rated van.
Would you say it's better than flying?
Yes. Let me tell you what we did.
Okay.
We went to West Bountiful Park for 4th of July.
Okay, that's a town nearby.
Yes. We didn't want to sit on the grass. So what did I do? I opened up, open up that back thing. You know you can like fold the seats down into the floor.
Okay.
So I can, and the Honda Odyssey, you can fold the seats backwards and sit in them facing out.
So you totally like Wayne's Worlded it, just
Yes.
in the car.
In the car.
That's cool. Yeah.
At the Megaplex movie theater with popcorn.
Watching the fireworks.
Watching the fireworks.
That's
it was actually a really good idea.
I took this
That car would be a
next
really
level.
good drive-in movie theater car.
It is.
I mean, I technically used to do that in a truck. Just threw a bunch of blankets and pillows in the back of the truck and laid down and
Okay,
watched.
but mine is like a spaceship
Yeah, it's
experience.
built in.
It's built in.
Yeah, but
I
trucks
press a button and it goes up. I press another button and the
Don't ever
seats
do that again. Please don't
and the
ever.
seats go down.
And I just went boo.
Fitzy says we are flying first class to LA in September. It's a 45-minute flight, but my wife is spoiled now since we upgraded flying like 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm very excited. Anyways, the point of that story is,
do you know they give you
I was
normal
like dreading this. Now I'm looking forward to
Do you know they give you normal seatbelts in first class?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's just like a normal car seatbelt, the ones that come over the shoulder. It makes me think like, well, what happens if we crash? What's wrong with my seatbelt?
Wait, do they?
Yeah, it's a different seatbelt.
I don't think
I
that's-
didn't.
No,
when
it
I-
is.
When I flew first class, I don't think I had one.
No, they do now.
But
Like they're all normal seat. I don't know if it's because you're in like you're in like a cubicle. They just put cubicles on planes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watch YouTube videos where they like review first class. Some of them have like full on bedrooms.
Real quick, let's just pause this episode. This episode is brought to you by Embody Chairs. The Embody
No,
Chair,
it's not.
designed by Bill Stumpf and Jeff Weaver. The Embody Chair is probably the best gaming chair out there right now.
I'm gonna turn that off now.
Let's talk about the upgrade to the home screen on the Xbox. I got mine already,
Yeah, I have mine too.
and I freaking love it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Can we pull? Can we pull up?
I'll pull something up. Yeah, I'll do it.
Pull up an image if you want, or a video. If you go, it'll be there. But I love it. I love that everything's been moved down. I also switched over my background to
Is this good
Lilith. Dynamic background. That's golden, baby.
that
That's
work?
golden. Yeah.
I like that Starfield background.
But I love this new look. I think it's a huge improvement myself. And I'm not someone that was clamoring for changes here at all. But also not having to press the jewel button to hit the things that I use the most up top. The Microsoft Store, Game Pass right in the middle. No coincidence, that's right in the middle. My library and apps on the left side. Search I never use, so that could go away. But settings also. Everything right up there, up top. It's clean. Kind of has a Windows 11 feel to it a little bit.
Yeah.
And just looks good. Even better when you scroll down. I love the new presentations that they give you on like entertainment apps and stuff like that. So go like 2 more. So they will show you. So that's how they like show off. Actually right there, if you know, you can click the image over. Does it show? Oh, it doesn't. It's just those 2. Go up. Will it show? Oh, you can't click the image over there. Anyways, it will show like coming on Game Pass, for instance. And you see how those are
new to
squares
Game
right
Pass
now?
and stuff like that.
It doesn't square it. It puts it tall, and it just looks so good. It's pleasing to the eyes. It's informative. It's beautiful. I love it.
I wonder if I can play this. Let me play this real quick. See if I can actually see. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. There it is.
I do like dynamic backgrounds, but we've had that for a while.
Yeah, but now
just
you
wish
can
we had
actually
more.
see them. is the thing. So this is a setting where whatever game you're on will go behind it. So that's really nice. And then, that was it. Okay. Well, as they scroll down, it just looks really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I remember they initially showed this off a while ago, and this does look a little, because remember the first time they showed off the new like concept for the idea?
Yeah.
It was very crowded.
Yeah.
But I think that this
what was crowded about it? I don't remember.
I don't know. But I remember thinking like this looks crowded. Maybe watch it be like the exact same thing.
My
it's the exact same thing.
My complaint was the ad space.
Yeah.
The amount of ad space they put on my home screen. That was my complaint.
They still do. I mean, look at that.
The
far
two
right,
two on the right are ads.
Wait, which on the bottom?
Or? Play Like a Pro and Horizon 5.
Horizon, those are your ads.
Yeah, that's disappointing. But whatever.
And then because you have those two there, you have to have the other two. Yeah, I guess it's true. If you could just go down all the way to that first row, but that was at the bottom, and all you have is dynamic background up top, that would be cool. But the huge improvement is not everything's buried in the jewel button. Just go straight. All you do is take your joystick, go straight up, boom, and you're there. You're right up top.
But you can still use the jewel, like the side panel and everything still all acts the same.
Yeah.
Would you say this is the best version of the Xbox home screen you have ever seen?
I think we should go back to Blades.
I agree. That's what I was going to say. The Blades.
Just because that's like peak gaming.
Yeah.
I think this is the best.
It's probably like
I don't think it's the best jewel. I hate the jewel menu. It's cluttery. It's confusing.
There's too much. There's almost too much now on it.
So it's different than the current jewel.
No. The current jewel I hate is what I'm saying.
The snap menu to the
side. When it comes over,
the quick menu or whatever you want to call
it. I'm invited to a party or a game. If I miss it, every single time, you know how many times I've accepted friends invite from that notification menu, and every single time I have to search for it. Like the fact that it's not hit jewel one button is crazy.
It is like when you first. Yeah, it's weird, but no, I agree.
It's on
the side
screen.
menu. They could streamline the jewel menu or side menu, pop out menu, whatever you want to call it.
100%.
I mean, I've never had problems with finding it because it's loud and it's on the bottom, but I have problems with it working.
But here's the thing.
They should look into that too.
But think about this. Because it's on the bottom, I have to hit jewel. I have to go over once, right bumper, and then I have to go all the way down to the bottom past how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like five or six?
Yeah.
I guess
that's crazy, the amount of movements, so that I can play with my friends who literally just invited me.
I guess you could customize the jewel menu so it's only like a few buttons, right? Because can't you customize the pop-out menu to like what's on top and everything?
Can you?
I believe you can. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Also,
I believe you can.
Also, even now, so this is my one complaint. This is the home screen. Why is the pop-out screen not see-through? Like why, or more transparent? Why is
I think it'd be hard to see.
Pop-out screen? What do you...
It's just bland gray still. So
what are you talking about? Where?
So when you hit the jewel, the sidebar swipes out. It's just bland gray. And when you have a beautiful dynamic background, why is it bland gray? Why can't we put that bad boy to 60% transparent or something? 40%.
Because I think it'd be hard to see at that point.
No, what's hard to see? What would be hard to see?
By
your mom?
Yeah, you can customize the sidebar. So I think the ideas of the sidebar, you can customize it to where when you hit it. I think the idea of the sidebar is you can customize it to where it's not as many, and that's probably why they don't really work on it, because they just give us the customization of the sidebar menu. What is the official name for it? Pop-out menu, sidebar menu. Do we even know the official, like, no offense, like Xbox kind of takes credit for it, but like the internet deemed the hamburger button one? And square. Like we don't even know what they're called. That's what everybody calls them.
My question:
Can you not use start and select? How are those patented?
Are they licensed by someone else?
Nintendo, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't mess with Nintendo.
No, but Nintendo doesn't.
Don't mess with. I get it.
Nintendo doesn't even use it anymore. Nintendo uses plus and minus, which actually is pretty freaking genius compared to square
and hamburger.
Square 3 lines.
No, I think, was it Major Nelson that first said it? He was like, you see the kind of little hamburger button? Like, even he didn't know what they were called.
Why did we move to that? That's strange to me.
Because the original Xbox
Just start and
start and
select.
select.
I will even
The
take
OG,
back.
right?
Start and back.
Well, wasn't it like
It was like Diamond.
forward
Diamond play.
forward arrow and
Yeah.
backward arrow?
Yeah, I think it was.
They should bring back the black and white buttons that are, I guess, now the bumpers. But you remember on the original Duke controller, they had like black and white. But just keep them there. Just let them be buttons.
Yeah, those are nice.
Put them there. Let me just
let the people go with it.
let me just customize it to whatever I want.
Well, you can in the UI that Xbox has. You can
Thunder's
map
Quiet
things out.
says the guide menu. I
The
believe it's
guide
called.
menu.
See, that stupid brand that bad boy. That should be the Microsoft Office menu.
What?
Like
Microsoft
branded.
365.
Microsoft
The 365 menu.
Brand everything.
You know what they should do when
The
that
Windows 11 guide.
when that menu pops out? Clippy should come with it.
Clippy should
Yeah.
come
You know
with
what's funny? Now
What
that-
is the demand for Clippy?
Oh, everybody
everyone
loves
wants them
Clippy.
back.
Yeah. Now that you said that, do you know how many Microsoft 365 ads I'm going to get
Oh, you're gonna
everywhere?
get a ton. You're gonna get a ton.
Just because you said that, now it's going to be everywhere on my phone.
Yeah, they say they don't listen to you. That's not true.
No,
there's
no way.
so many times where I have not searched for anything, but I've talked about it and it just shows up.
Well, it's like if you have an iPhone and it says this app wants to track your data, and you're like, ask app not to allow.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually. I think you're just literally like, if you ask, hey, can you not do that? But then they do it anyway. Like it's just like you're asking the app, but it
why
still
does this?
does.
Because I always say
You know what I
ask
mean?
app not to allow, and so I wonder.
But then you're like, I feel like it's still tracking me.
Oh, 100%.
That's very coincidental.
Yeah, you're. It's
So I think it's just one of those things. Like you can ask it if you want.
it's a losing battle. It's definitely a losing
while we're
battle.
on controllers, though,
Yeah.
so I agree that Xbox has the worst middle select. Because what's PlayStation's?
What are you talking about?
Theirs is the big pad. What are you talking
They just
about?
have the big pad. They don't
Yeah,
have.
there's the controller right there. Can you reach
Oh yeah,
that?
they just have the big pad. Oh no, they have
No, they have
power-
like theirs is
a
options and
power
something
button and
else.
something.
You want me to grab that?
I can't reach it.
No, I think it's options and share. But they should just go start and select as well.
Yeah, I agree. So Nintendo has the best middle buttons. Start and select.
Although because PlayStation
Well,
has that
now they have plus and minus. Makes sense.
because PlayStation has that middle button, the share button is literally like the photo button.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
But-
they have a hamburger too. That's their symbol. I didn't realize.
But both Xbox and PlayStation have equally efficient left thumb buttons. So ABXY, triangle, XO squared. Just makes sense.
It's
I can
circle.
transition between.
Yeah, I know.
It's not O. It's
Oh,
circle.
I know. I
It's
can.
a controller, not a paddle,
yeah.
dumbass.
It's
I can transition between the two, no problem. The one that I can't is freaking Nintendo.
well, because it's AB.
Oh, and they
XY.
reverse it.
And they
Yeah.
reverse it.
Yeah.
Why are we reversing it? The entire world is playing on one.
You're really asking
Right
Nintendo why they
thumb.
do something that they like. They just do it. They
Yeah,
don't
like,
care.
It throws me off so friggin' much.
I know. Every time it's hard to transition from Zelda to any other
Yeah,
game.
because it'll say hit X, and you
And
go
it's
to
like,
hit X on the left, but X on the Nintendo is
breaking my
is A.
brain.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's,
should have grabbed the Pro controller for the Nintendo because we have all these. I will say,
then why?
after playing a significant amount of Final Fantasy 16 with this
On the
controller,
PlayStation?
on the PlayStation,
Superior. You give it to
I
him?
will say
Oh.
I am starting to fall in love with
Oh,
the
you're
PlayStation
cheating on
controller.
me. You're cheating on
I
me.
am starting to fall in love with it. It is
You
a
son of a bitch.
fantastic controller.
Yeah. Okay. What
It is-
What is it? Is it just the form factor? Because the form factor they did nail this time.
Well, yeah. Well, they had to.
It's more ergonomic. It definitely is more ergonomic. Where the sides on the Xbox controller come out, the sides on the PlayStation controller
Well, I think it's
come down longer.
Well, I think it's
You know
like
what I mean?
the two.
Like sits in the palm.
You know
really
the two
nicely.
sides where your hands hold the
It's like
PlayStation.
holding two wieners in your hand. It just fits.
The PlayStation, like if you look at the two controllers, like the PlayStation's arms, I guess if you want to call them, are longer, and I think that
Yeah. Well,
helps.
But it's also like a little.
the angle. So let me tell
It's
you. one
the
thing.
angle. See, look at like, it has a little curve right here for your fingers, and it just fits right here at the top. It just fits so nicely.
here.
The Xbox doesn't have that.
Let me show you. So I will. Fitzy, was it Fitzy in chat? Oh no, it's Cooper. Xbox 360 controller far the best. I agree. I really like the 360 a lot, and this is one of the reasons why. So you'll notice if we put these right next to each other, the Xbox controller flares out more.
Yeah, it flares
so
out.
it forces my elbows to go wider It's kind of a weird. It's kind of weird.
It's like
thing
golf elbows or
where the
baseball.
old 360 didn't do it as much, and this doesn't do it, and so I feel more comfortable having the controller. It just feels better with my wrist and arms. You know,
Well,
one of the things, but that feet, that thing, the
people.
Whatever.
Okay, but in multiplayer, like it's great for single player games, but in multiplayer games, that's a disadvantage.
Well, I mean, if you want to be incredibly competitive, yeah.
Well, if you're incredibly competitive, you're playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Then you turn it off.
Okay. Yeah, but even there, I think base without the feedback, the triggers on the Xbox are superior.
Well, I think the triggers on the Xbox are superior because of this right here. Like my finger can slip off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, but
also, no. So we're just talking about form factor. The form factor of the triggers on the Xbox, they curve in to your finger.
Yeah. Whereas these ones just kind of hang off. But no, there's three things I want the Xbox to take from the Sony controller, and everybody can get mad at me and blah 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 whatever. No, it's just
built-in battery.
You can say it. It's a better controller for these three reasons, right? One,
what is it?
Yes, this touchpad I actually think is useful, not because like, oh, you can draw pictures and play with the little robots, not for stuff like that, but for having an extra button. It is actually incredibly useful. And some games utilize it very well.
Yeah, but I have my Elite controller. I got 4 extra buttons.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if this would come, the Elite controller is based off the base controller, so it would come with it, like the new Elite controllers. Like, have you seen the Sony Elite controllers?
No, but when you say 4 extra buttons, they're actually the same buttons on the back.
No, but what I'm saying is...
No, I'm telling that to David.
Oh.
This is actually an extra button.
Yeah.
That is...
And some of their
not
games
an
actually...
X, Y, B, A.
Some of their games actually utilize it very well. And I'm not a big fan of like, oh, you have to swipe. I think it was in Spider-Man, you had to do a couple swipes on it. I don't care, but just the extra button is nice.
I want a game where you have to
triggers,
smack it.
The triggers, the tech is superior. The form isn't superior. Like my finger slips off sometimes. My form
on that sucks.
But the tech inside is superior. And that what do they call it? Not hairline. Is it haptic triggers or whatever?
Haptic, yeah.
It's awesome.
Also,
right? I
think the bumpers are better on the Xbox as well. I think that part of the PlayStation is not as good.
And then, of course, internal battery. I don't know. I used to defend it like, oh no, it's because I can swap out the batteries and I'm right back to playing. I don't want to defend it anymore. It's terrible. Just give me internal battery.
I've only played with an Elite controller. I don't play with a normal controller anymore at all. And so I never have to charge a battery. And so to me, it's like, why doesn't it have a built-in?
If you could put those features in the Xbox controller. And then maybe a slight redesign, like you said, Mark, so the edges don't go out as far.
Well, I think you got to lengthen it down.
Yeah, maybe lengthen it.
My third finger fits perfectly on that PS5.
Or you'd have to bring it in, because if you lengthen it, it would just make it. Yeah, anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Xbox controller is, it's incredibly, it feels really good.
Cooper wants to know, what do you think of controller audio, Jordan? So your controller is a speaker.
I like it. It's
gimmicky.
Yeah, it's cool when I play.
It's party trick.
It's cool when I play with my kids and we're playing like the robot game, because you can hear all the robots and like you shake them up and they're like, meh. like it's fun. Like it's
like the Nintendo guy that was like ice.
Yeah, it's like that, and you're like, oh yeah, this is cool. But I've never, because I always wear headphones. Like I think it was God of War did some stuff on the controller. It was one of the PlayStation exclusives that did. I forget which one, but because I wear headphones, I barely notice it. And I think I wouldn't say your majority. I don't know. I would say more than 50% of your gamers are wearing headphones. So it's not. I mean, look, it's there, and I'm not gonna like. You don't need to necessarily take it away, but it's not. Mark, you said it. Gimmicky is. It's not. It's not the reason I'm buying this controller.
Yeah. Anyways, David.
Okay, but compare that to your Elite controller. Because the Elite controller feels better in my hands than base controller.
So,
really, I think they're the same design, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's the head.
The grips. You mean?
Are you grabbing it?
So maybe it's just a nicer material. I don't know.
You're grabbing that right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just the grips that you like on your hands. Premium.
I'm surprised you haven't got the white core yet, Spicy. I have it. It's beautiful.
Don't judge me, man.
Yeah. You just look, you have 2 white controllers, and then...
I looked at your chair, and then I decided it's stupid.
Looked at your chair, and
look, I do.
This is a great chair if I want a subpar chair.
I'm surprised you have.
I will say this though, like if I were, there's a few things I would change about the PlayStation controller to make it like perfect for me. But when you hold them side by side, just holding them. So let's not even talk about buttons, but just holding them side by side, the PlayStation slightly feels better.
Hey, did you
in
bring
your
back
hands.
my attachments, by the way?
Jordan
Jordan borrowed my attachments for my controller.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You liar.
Yeah. So,
Such a liar.
but yeah, I think like
Jordan quickly changes the subject.
yeah, look at it. He didn't look me in the eye either. He looked away real quick.
yeah.
Half of my wardrobe is at his house from when he borrows it. See that hat on his head? That was mine
It actually
yesterday.
is, yeah.
That was
Wait,
mine
that was your
24
hat?
hours a day ago.
This
What's
is
funny
your
is I
hat?
found mine at
Yeah.
home. So this one might be mine, and then yours is just at my house now.
Well, there you go.
So
See?
He also, when you go on vacation, he sleeps in your bed.
He does, naked.
Do you sleep naked? Is that
no,
right?
no, I just
I can't sleep naked.
sometimes I told him that.
I feel too exposed.
I don't mind
It depends on my mood.
because
I
think
always
about
think,
it.
what if
if you get
what if
robbed,
someone robs my house
yeah,
and I'm naked?
but if you get robbed and you're naked and you run out, they're gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Oh,
like,
I
take it.
know.
They're gonna take a minute, and you're gonna get the advantage.
All I know
no.
is if you're into the fight, you're getting robbed and you're getting aggressive.
Yeah.
Imagine how intimidating that is to have a naked guy running at you.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
actually
like you're more exposed though.
more exposed, but the anger in your eye as it means
The guy won't know
I'm
what to do 'cause
naked, I don't care. I'm coming for you.
they won't want to touch you because it's weird. You know what I mean? They'll feel awkward, so they'll be like, they
Have
won't know how to handle
you
it.
guys mentally prepared yourselves for a home invasion? I have.
yeah.
Many times.
Yeah. I actually yeah.
Many times. So
I
come-
have. Yeah, I basically have my house bottlenecked to protect my
Nicely
family,
done. Very
and I
nice.
have a machete in case it gets down to hand-to-hand combat.
Very nice.
Shivs
I have
stashed throughout the house.
Stashed at the house.
Yeah, yeah. This is a John Wick house, Jordan and David.
I have a gun. I have a little case at the side of my bed, and you press the button, it goes. I'm ready to go. That's right.
No, yeah.
What if the home invader is also naked?
Then that's
See,
that's
then it's
that's
then it's
just
just
that's a
awkward.
Roman duel.
Then it's just awkward.
That's a Roman duel. It's a gentleman's agreement.
yeah, that's you
No
know.
hitting below the belt in this one.
Yeah. There's class in that fight.
No, that's intimidating. You know?
Yeah,
That's-
okay, you have a point.
If you're naked and you're like, oh no, I don't want to fight. Yeah, then it's
Please don't shoot me.
Yeah.
I'm naked.
Please just take what you want. Take what you
Just
want.
take what
go.
you need to leave.
But if you're naked and you're running straight for him, yeah, you're like, oh,
You're standing at the top of the stairs, your dong's hanging out, and you're like, get out of my house.
And if you're oiled up,
That is
before,
true. And
you're
oil-
greased up.
Yeah, they're
That's
not.
what you have next to your bed. Bottle.
I got a gun and a bottle of Vaseline.
That is intimidating. A sheen comes off your muscles as you stand there. Yes.
Oh man.
Oh man. Anyways, home screen. That's how I don't know how we got into this. Yeah.
Here, let me put it back on the screen.
The home screen change. We like it. I like it. I think it's a good move. I'd like to see a couple more iterations, some small tweaks here, and it'll be good. Has there been? For instance, does the place Nintendo definitely not? There's never there's an update to the home screen. It's stayed the same. But how many updates to the Xbox home screen has there been over time?
There's
Well,
been a
even
lot.
even
Yeah, a
PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation does updates too, but I think Xbox is they're the more drastic changes in UI.
Yeah,
I think the other
yeah.
two just kind of they have a system and it works.
Yeah.
But
Craziness.
yeah, I wonder. So I know it's probably like this home screen. Like if I would be interested in because usually their objective when they change the home screen is to. I think the objective here is to put Game Pass front and center.
Yep.
But usually the objective is to make it quicker. When
Yeah.
they do redesigns and stuff like that. At least that's what it seemed like. I wonder how much quicker, if it is quicker than the 360 blades.
You know what they should do? Just let
'Cause
us.
I'm gonna be honest, I
they
like
should
the
let
blades.
us choose. Create.
You can have your own era
create
of
let
the
all
original
the eras
Xbox
be
home screen,
available.
where
That
it
would
was
be
just like
awesome.
it was play game, music, settings.
That's yeah.
And it was,
Internet, yeah,
and wasn't
yeah.
it was like green
Xbox Live
green,
demo.
green lines? Was it? It was green lines
Yeah,
for all the
was
stuff like
definitely
outlines.
A hardware company.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
was the OG PlayStation 1 menu system? Was
I don't
it
think they
even
had
a
menu systems. No, because it would just go, "Wah," and then just load into your game.
But if you didn't have a disc in, what would show up? A white screen?
I think it was just two balls circling.
Oh. Maybe someone will fact check us.
And then it was like waiting for like, hey.
Okay, can I say something controversial? And I'm sorry I saved it for this end of the show because we talked a lot about it last week.
Oh, no.
But I think everyone's full of shit on Diablo. I'm having a blast. A blast. And I don't think they're full of shit. I think this is what it is. I think there are hardcore Diablo players. All of your hardcore Diablo players are the streamers and the influencers, rightly so. They deserve it. They're hardcore. Mm-hmm. The Diablo patch, to me, has only been a joy. I'm playing Druid. Let me tell you. Also, I think Barbarian sucks because Druid is 1,000 times more fun to play than Barbarian.
I would disagree with that, but okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Can I counter your wrongness?
Jordan's wrongness or my wrongness?
You're wrong.
Hold on. Spicy played with me last night. How badass is the Druid?
That's super
My
cool.
lightning drops.
Yeah.
No
you were
contest.
pretty badass, David.
Yeah, no
I will
contest.
say.
My wolves that just come join us randomly. I had no idea how they got there, but they came.
Well, David, I think what makes it why people don't like it is they were actively playing this at a high level.
Yeah, they're hardcore. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, no, you don't have necessarily. I mean, yes, they're hardcore, but when you are playing at that level and then you are cut off from the knees, you feel it a lot more. Whereas your character was not as high level.
No.
And you weren't playing Nightmare or anything. And this game, I mean, you weren't playing like World Tier 3, 4, or whatever.
Yeah, and in fairness, I guess who does play season in and season out are more serious players. So you have to take their
Well, it's the age-old question, right?
Do
you balance from the top down or the bottom up? Right? Do you balance for the hardcore players or do you balance for the casual players?
Is there a game that balances for the casual player?
I think
there are.
I think Diablo would actually be one of them.
I would say Diablo is the more casual World of Warcraft, to be honest.
Okay, because I will say I don't know what the hubbub was, but granted, I know that there was patches or hotfixes dropped before I jumped in, but still, I am having a blast.
When you compare, like for example, like Path of Exile is like hardcore ARPG, right? Diablo is a more casual ARPG.
And here's the other thing: all of the influencers that are complaining are all still playing it almost every day.
That makes sense, David. We complain about the games we like. Mm-hmm. The games we don't like, we don't.
But
play.
I guess my question is: was the outrage over the patch?
Well, the devs even came out and were like, "Yeah, it's."
Well, it always is. Whenever you have gamers with neckbeards, like not all of us are like that, but there is a.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a game, right?
Yeah,
you're
gonna have players that are upset because they like the game and it changed and they don't want to do that. And I'm just saying you're gonna have an upset crowd, and the people that are enjoying it aren't being loud. The people that are upset are the loud ones. So that's what you hear. But the game it's the most sold. I just did this game on my thing like a week or a week or two ago. Diablo 4 on my Know Your Game, and it's the fastest selling Blizzard game. So I mean, it's extremely popular.
It's very good. Even running through, Spicy and I were going through last night. So much fun. What is so fun about it too? Again, I know we've talked about this for a few weeks now. So if you're tired of Diablo, you could probably just turn us off at this point. But stay for the members only show after. But the fact that Spicy was 39 or 40 last night, and I was only 10, and I leveled up to 14 last night, and we're having the same experience together is so awesome because you don't get that in any other game. I don't get that in Destiny. I don't get that in
games
in games that I can't jump in every day and dedicate 3 or 4 hours to keep up with the grind. The minute I fall behind, it's over for me. It's done. I'm out.
It's because Diablo has the level scaling, right? So you can always play with your friends. So which is like each system has their pros and cons. For the most part, I think level scaling is.
I also like the way they
do
their seasons.
I think player scaling is a necessary evil that does more good than bad.
Yeah.
What's the bad?
The fact that
You can't just
you can't
blow everything up by looking at it.
like in World of Warcraft. Like
It's always the same difficulty for you, no matter.
For example, in World of Warcraft, I'll go through Elwyn Forest and then I'll work my way and then I come back to Elwyn. Like you feel a sense of progression in the world. Like
Yeah, I can see.
Whereas, I mean, I don't know. I
see that in the single
felt progression
when you're
in Diablo.
when you're alone on the map, though, that progression exists, right? Because there's
What we're saying is in Diablo, you don't feel that as much because the same wolf is now still difficult to kill.
Yeah,
when you come back when you're level 50,
because they're leveling up with you.
Yeah, but
like when you
honestly,
get more powerful, the world grows with you. But they actually, in the recent patch, sorry, real quick, they did make slight changes to where I think once you hit 50 or like 55, I think you stay. Is it like 3 to 5 levels ahead of the mobs now? So like they're trying to give you a sense of like you're feeling more powerful as you level up. So they did make slight adjustments to it, but
I feel it's more important to me to have fun with my friends than to completely obliterate a poor lamb in level 1 area. Level 1 area. I think it's more. I think that's more important for me.
Well, they do it very well. Yeah. Like it's fun, but
that was a good way to put it. It's
so for the
how'd you say it?
It's a necessary evil that does more good than bad.
Yeah.
For the casual Diablo player, I think it's all like the outrage at the patch does not affect me at all. I have zero outrage.
Well, and that's the thing because you didn't
like I felt it the next day when I logged in.
I still feel it because I used to play World Tier 2.
Gosh.
Easy, just breezing through. I had to dial it back to World Tier 1 as I was leveling because it was.
But here's the thing: is that here's the thing though. I'm having the opposite experience.
I'm in World Tier 2.
I'm just a badass.
No, I can go in because is it up to your class? Maybe Necromancer is easier to go through. And do damage with because you were Necromancer, now you're a Sorcerer. I was Barbarian, now I'm Druid. I'm telling you, I am destroying people as Druid on my own.
Barb's one of the worst classes right now. Like they even came out and like, yeah, we're gonna fix.
Sorcerer. Proof. Like this has only been an upgrade for me, whereas for Spicy, maybe that class is a downgrade.
Sorcerer is super easy to level, but terrible at endgame, which is what they're trying to fix.
And a lot of these complaints are people in the end game that David, if you were to build a character a specific way, feel the skill tree, min-max it, feel good about it,
understand it,
have it work, and you feel good with this play style, and you go to sleep, and then the next day, it is completely an unplayable way to play that class because things have been nerfed. Things don't do what they're supposed to. A lot of things are synergetic with each other. Some like had vulnerability and a lot of skills, and they're nerfing. They're working on the vulnerability. But what I'm trying to say is, when they do all that, and then you can't play your character the way that you originally wanted to play it and how you figured it, how you did it. That's what people are complaining about because it basically hurt their play style, and it's like, well, I just spent all this time trying to do it this way, and now I can't.
But it's a new season. That would be my answer to them. It's a new season. Every season's going to be different. Every season's going to cause you to have to adjust. That's why a new character.
Yeah, but they weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
And change is hard.
Yeah, but some people don't want to play seasons, and that's.
I would be curious at Diablo's back end numbers. And ultimately, for a game to have massive success, it has to appeal to everyone.
Oh, 100%.
And so it's this balancing act between, okay, how much of the hardcore outrage are we getting? What is valid here? And what would not make sense in order to make this game appealing to everybody? And that doesn't mean you soften it up or dumb it down, but it just means that it's a balancing act. Because I'm telling you, I feel nothing. I'm having an improved experience. Again, I think a lot of that has to do with my class choice. I'm having a better experience right now than I had first OG campaign prior season 1.
I also think Blizzard has historically been slow on the gas pedal when it comes to balance changes, and this is one of the.
This was a big one.
This was one of the few times where they were quicker to make balance changes because of the complaints from the beta, then moved to the launch and now to the season 1. I think they're not used to moving so quickly on a lot of balance stuff, and and this is why, because this happened.
Well, I think you were 100% correct what you said last week. They had the beta, they adjusted the beta, and then they said, "Nope, we were right," and throttled it, crushed it down, and that's what it was.
That's exactly what happened. And yeah, we won't be having this discussion.
I wouldn't say nope, we were right, because it doesn't feel good to play. So that's wrong.
No, it does feel good to play.
For you as a druid.
Yeah. Everybody be a druid then. You want to enjoy this game? Be a druid. Seriously.
It does. I have never played druid in Diablo because it's never appealed to me. But I'm telling you, he was like the god of thunder coming in here.
I'm standing behind Mark and I'm going, and lightning is dropping everywhere.
It did look like a fun class to play.
No, yeah, I just...
You're not having a fun time?
Not with the Barbarian. Barbarian felt less fun.
But they admitted Barbarian screwed up.
Yeah, so that it's not
Who
a...
are you
it's
playing
not
now?
a
Who are
we,
you
it's
playing
not
now?
a we were
What
right
class
situation.
are you playing right now?
They didn't say, hey, we screwed that up, we were right.
Yeah, but you're not playing Barbarian. What class are you playing?
No, I'm playing Sorcerer for Season 1.
And how are you enjoying Sorcerer?
It's fine. The leveling experience is fine, but the end game's going to be terrible.
Oh,
Says
the
Blizzard.
guy that's not yet at endgame. Wait,
Says
you can't say
Blizzard.
that till you get to endgame.
Blizzard literally said it. They said we're working on it. They know the Barbarian and the Sorcerer are...
I wonder why it's terrible. I haven't gotten there yet because I'm playing a sorcerer too on season 1.
I think it's because they don't have armor, and then every change they made in the patch, a lot of the changes in the patch took away a lot of armor, which sorcerers don't have already.
T-Bucks.
So I think that's
funny.
one defensive issue, and then I think there was other issues.
T-Bucks says Druid plus Rogue combo with Aomi has been fun. I could see that because Rogue has a lot of AoE attacks as well. So you're just an AoE monster fest.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it though too, David. I think a lot of people are, and even the people that are complaining,
like I said, they're all still playing it.
Well,
so.
like you got to think what they're complaining about. Like for example, the valid concern going back to the Barbarian. All the Barbarian, is it the legendary or the uniques for the Barbarian? They're all crappy for like the builds that are in the game. Like the benefits that this gear gives you does nothing to a build that you have. Like if you there was a couple hardcore guys doing tier lists, and all the Barbarian gear was like C and D. Like none of it was 8 because it's like, yeah, this has a cool stat, but why would I use that when I could use this? You know, or like it just and then they put like these uber uniques in the game, which like have cool stats, but are the one Korean guy is gonna get them because they're like the drop rate is insanely impossible.
Why does it have to be Korean?
Because that's who's going to get it. Let's just call it like it is, all right? That's what's going to happen.
The Korean drop.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like one Korean guy in the world's going to get it, and then you're never going to see it again. So it's kind of like, why even put it in the game? But I mean,
David, the reason is the Korean's going to put in the time. Put in the time. They are gamers.
It's not. Yeah, it's just everybody knows it.
All right, let's switch it up because I know we've been talking about it, but there's a reason, guys. Diablo is friggin' amazing.
It's still fun. I think it's a good game overall. I don't think it's a perfect game.
Did I say it was a perfect game?
No. But I think it's a good game.
Don't gaslight them like that.
No, I hate it. That's like a qualifying. I hate qualifying statements. Like,
Sorry.
I don't think, like, you want to know my least favorite statement? I don't agree with everything he says, but blah, blah, blah. Like, well, no shit. Like, people make that qualifying statement because they don't want to be criticized. So like, well, I don't agree with everything they says, but I agree with
you gotta
them
understand, like the world we live in nowadays, like it's either love or hate. There's no in between, according to the internet.
It's true.
I'm all in between,
Like,
baby.
you either have to love or hate someone.
I'm all in between.
Who are those people, by the way? Like, so there's like the Zoomers and Boomers and like Gen Z. Who are the people that are stupid?
Wait,
like
stupid?
the nowadays
Are
people.
you generalizing an entire group of people?
No, yeah, the people that are like on Twitter and like it's the like you either hate, you have to be on a team, like it's your quarterback or nobody.
I'm sure
type
it's
people.
80s.
You know what I mean?
Bill Burr
with
says
everything,
it's-
like games, politics, gardening, like it's crazy. Like people are just, it's love or hate. There's no in between.
I'm all in between.
Yeah, like it's just
Fitzy says millennials.
okay. So it's them. Is it them?
Hey,
That's what
I
I'm
have
talking
a problem
about.
with that. I'm technically a millennial, but I shouldn't be.
I'm like the tail end. My entire life, I was told that Generation X or something, and then all of a sudden I get lumped into millennials in my age.
So what am I?
Where-
Is it my age group?
David,
It's a shame.
we are the Oregon Trail generation.
You're a millennial too, Jordan.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. I don't want to be a part of that group.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I have nothing in relation with actual millennials.
I don't agree with everything the millennials say. But
See, now you're going to notice it though that I've said this because I hate qualifying. Like, why are you qualifying that? You don't need to qualify that.
Maybe you do.
No, because it's the same. Like, I hear you,
But I don't want to listen to
like,
you.
okay, well, just say I disagree with you. You don't have to tell me you hear me. Obviously you hear me. You're standing right in front of me.
I don't agree with everything that you say, David. I'm actually, since that bugs you, I'm going to be saying that a lot more.
I don't agree with everything.
Let's jump to Jordan F1 the game. You've been playing it, trying it out, 2023. So I actually went and looked at 22 because it's on Game Pass.
Yes.
But then I went and looked at reviews, and everyone's like, 23 is way better. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to play this then.
Yeah, I don't want to play
So
this.
instead, I downloaded SnowRunner.
SnowRunner.
Yeah.
I almost downloaded Car Mechanic Simulator 2020.
Simulators
Yeah.
are cool games.
I don't know why, but
So how are you enjoying this game?
it's really fun. I like it a lot.
You're going to get a steering wheel for this.
Yeah, I want to get a F1 steering wheel because they're a little
Yeah.
bit different. So, but I've recently, over the past couple weeks, gotten really into like.
Is this it right here?
I've gone.
Yeah, hold off too much on that because that's actually what the members only show is
Yeah.
about.
Jordan's
love affair
tease
with
tease
F1.
over the past 2 weeks.
But the game, we can show this online because I want Jordan to talk about the game.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. I like the So basically, I'm doing the career mode. What they do is they do a good job of, because it's not necessarily an arcadey game. It definitely leans a little bit more simulator. But it's like Forza where you can crank it all the way up and be realistic, or you can kind of keep it down so it's a little bit more arcadey feel. But it's really fun. I really like it a lot. I've been playing through not the story mode. They have like a full on campaign like EA does with like the FIFA and the Madden games now that they're doing. So they have one of those, but they have a career mode basically where you can start in Formula 2, which is like, it would be like an underleague, you know, and then you can work your way up. You can choose whether you just want to be a driver or if you want to be the driver and manage the whole team. So you would do different stuff. So
that's cool.
So right before we came over, I skipped to Formula 1 because I was like, I'm good enough. I don't need to go to I'm good enough.
I like that compliment.
So anyway,
Amateur league.
If you were in a fight, you would probably do well fighting naked.
Yeah, I can do it. So
Here's my question though, because this is what I come back to. Why play this when I can play Motorsport 7?
well, that'll be
F1.
Well,
it's because of the story mode, right?
well, no, I mean, I think it's because Motorsport 7's not out yet.
No, 7's out.
7.
Oh, 7? Yeah. Oh, 7. I thought you meant
That's
the new.
the
Yeah,
lead.
sorry. Well, because it's more. I don't know. It's
Or is
dedicated.
7 out, or is it
it's-
6 the last one?
No,
Seven.
7's the last
7,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Because
This looks fun.
this is more dedicated to Formula 1.
Yeah, so that's what
Like
in all the reviews that I watched, they raved about the story
it is
mode.
strictly Formula
Yeah.
1. But no, the career mode is really fun. Like you pick your team that you want to be signed to. You can increase your value as a driver, so other teams kind of like, oh, hey, why don't you come race for us? Mercedes will give you more of this and that. You know,
story mode, I think, is what
well,
makes
it's I want to call it a story mode. The story mode is like the cinematic,
the campaign.
Yeah, the career mode.
Sorry, career mode.
But I like it. Like before I came, I just did interviews with BBC. They asked me questions, and it increased my driver.
That's
thing.
like Football Manager.
Yeah,
baby.
it's kind of like that. And then now I'm going to round. I think I'm on round 3. So I like it. What I wish they could do, and I don't know if you could do this. What would be really fun? So a season is like 21, 24 races. I would love to do that online.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like an online season where like we all 3 can play, and like of
that.
course we'd all have to hit a certain point.
Like Forza has.
You know what I mean? Like we'd all have to complete round 1, and then it'll take us to round 2.
Sure.
But that would be really fun because you
I
can
would
do a
like-
season. You can do a season couch co-op like with a friend
I would
next to you.
love for this to be a
but-
multiplayer game, and you have a racer. Then you could have a manager like that's back in the cockpit,
in the pits.
in the pit, like monitoring your car and everything for you. And then like also if I'm playing, I could be the mechanic too. And so like when you come in, I'm the pit crew, and I have to zip it up real quick for
Have
you.
that be the VR
and like
section of the
it
game.
would be super.
Now,
super
what
teamwork.
I'm
super
excited
teamwork
for
game.
is I'm curious. I'm sure they will, but I want to do Formula One stuff in the new Forza game, and I hope they have that, which I think they did. They did in the last Forza games, didn't they? I know they had like a NASCAR.
It was like
deal.
they have Formula One. Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
like a separate thing.
Yeah, so
they
I
also
would.
had the E-Formula one too, where it's like electronic ones.
Yeah, but no, it's F120. It's the first F1 game I've played, so I really can't compare it to the others. But F123, I'm enjoying.
Defenestrator says, "I like how you can antagonize the fake news media."
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny.
because you can. Like, I answered a bunch of questions for them, and they're like, "What's your favorite music you like to listen to before a race?" And you can be like, "I like something calm. I like hard rock." Or it's like, "I don't ask me that question. That's stupid."
Don't
Or,
ask me
you
that
know, yeah,
question.
like you have
Why don't you
choices.
go get a life?
Those are some great clips to watch on YouTube. Are the dumb questions to?
Oh yeah, to sports
Yeah,
coaches.
I
Well,
love
the
them.
question I always like, I
What
never
were you
get.
thi- what was going
when you
through your
threw that
mind?
pass for the game-winning Super Bowl? What were you thinking?
You know what? They don't.
thinking, I hope they
no
catch the
longer,
ball.
Actually, they no longer ask that question. Like it's become such a meme that it's a ask a real question.
Like, what do you think? He was
how
thinking
do
what we
you-
were all thinking. Catch the ball.
Yeah. Also, the question like, how do you feel right now? What do I care? Of course, look, he's happy. Like I can see how he feels.
he just won the
doesn't have
Super Bowl.
to-
He feels great.
He doesn't have to. Yeah. What do you think? What do you mean? How do you feel
Hey,
right
do
now?
they still do the Disney World thing? I
No.
feel like I haven't seen it. Why not? That's a shame.
No,
They should go.
Rumor is Disney is being put up for sale.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Disney Entertainment. That Iger is.
Maybe Microsoft will buy him.
What I would like to. I know.
then Dream My Valley will be on Game Pass.
you got to think. There's like 4 companies in the world that could buy that. Microsoft would probably be one of them, but Apple is rumored to be the interested party.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean,
think-
I would say the last 10 years of Disney has really disappointed me.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that? Don't you think that?
Yeah, but-
someone taking it over at this point could only improve it.
yeah, but Apple's kind of disappointed me the last few years too.
That's true, but maybe
Not
two
as
ba-
long.
minus equals positive.
Maybe whoever owns HBO Max will buy it. They do a great job.
Does HBO Max have that kind of change?
Who owns HBO Max? I don't know who
Probably
owns
Warner,
Disney?
I think Warner Brothers, right? Time
or
Warner,
something. I don't know. Some giant company.
that has more money than we do.
Yeah.
What if you know what I would love? I would love like a Twitter situation where like you have someone like Elon Musk who's just a billionaire. Is like, I'll buy it.
I'll buy Disney.
I'll buy Disney.
And then he
just like does read.
And then he just makes whatever he's into. Like if I were to buy Disney, it'd be all Spellmonger all the time. Like that's what it would be. We'd be going after Spellmonger.
Just get like a guy
That
that like
Spellmonger
won
license.
didn't the guy who won the California lottery, right? Like,
Yeah.
wasn't it like that guy can probably buy Disney now?
Spellmonger. I'd do like turn Spellmonger into like the new Dune. By the way, the new Dune movies coming out, Dune 2. Did you ever watch the first one, Spicy?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I've
very
never
well
seen the
done.
first one because everybody was like, you got to see it in theaters. It's an experience. And I'm like, I feel like I
watched
don't
it
have
on
the
my
TV
nice-
equipment to
I
watch
watched
it
it on
yet.
my nice TV.
Yeah,
It
see, I
was
don't have
very
your
nice.
TV. I have an older TV.
It was an experience, man. It was an experience.
I would say it's pretty good. I don't think it was as good as everybody says it was, but I would say it's one of the better movies that's been
I
released.
think it's
in a
the
while.
best sci-fi movie to come out in a decade, at least, maybe 2 decades.
Do you think Disney would actually
Is it a top 10 sci-fi, Spicy? Number 1? Here's my concern though, since there's no number 2. Number 1 to me is a top 10 sci-fi, top 5 sci-fi for me.
Sci-fi's, that's a good genre.
But the problem is part 1. The problem is part 1 and part 2 were filmed separately, and so can you do you capture the magic that you had in part 1? That's my concern. What if they don't? What if it feels completely different?
No, you can. Well, it depends on how obviously it's
Structured,
produced.
yeah.
But like you can make. I mean, look at episode 5 of Star Wars. That was the second one, filmed separately. They actually had a terrible time filming it up in like Norway or something in the snow and all that stuff. And it's my favorite Star Wars that ever came out. So you don't necessarily have to do the Peter Jackson film everything all at the same time.
So for me,
as long as it's done well.
keep in mind I'm a casual sci-fi guy. It's not my genre. Western is my genre. But
That's a good genre too.
yeah. But
Mix the two together. Firefly, baby. Serenity. That's
also,
good.
or Aliens and Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Cowboys
That's
and
true.
Aliens. Yeah.
James Bond is in that
Yeah,
one.
he is. Daniel Craig, baby, as a gunslinger, an alien gunslinger with next level tech. Star Wars is my number one sci-fi, and then I don't know. I don't know what's next. Firefly is up there as a series, but I categorize series and movies separately.
Well, Serenity is a movie. Have you seen Serenity?
Yeah, I watched Serenity after I watched Firefly. Actually,
I watched Serenity before and made me like, oh, holy crap!
Yeah.
This is really good. I thought that was a good show. That's a tough question. I have to probably do some research, go over the lists. You know,
is Matrix
I
sci-fi?
don't, yeah. Yeah, it is.
So Matrix would be up there for me.
Like
and then-
Alien 2 was good.
I don't care about Aliens.
Yeah, that's the one where she fought
Aliens
in the big
2,
construction
Aliens-
mech.
can
Alien
we
2 was
can
good.
we add comedy? Spaceballs. I think Spaceballs is a fantastic movie.
Judgment Day was good.
True. I think we got
that's
to keep that in
considered
comedy, though.
Judgment Day would be a sci-fi
Yeah.
movie. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Okay,
Terminator
Terminator 2
is-
is,
yeah.
would be up there as well. But then I would put Dune right up there with all of those. I don't think it would beat some of them, but I would put it up there
What about-
on par.
What about Independence Day?
Which one?
Will Smith. Welcome to Earth. You know.
No, Independence Day to me is very fun and entertaining.
Yeah,
in the
that's
same way
fun.
that Expendables 4 is going to be fun and entertaining.
That's
I
a
w-
good time.
Yeah,
I would
it's a
put
good time.
I would put Independence Day in the same category as like Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
Like you're going to enjoy
I would
it.
put it slightly above Pacific Rim, but
You
yeah.
know what's funny is Pacific Rim 2 wasn't very good.
Is Pacific Rim a sci-fi? It is, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
the
it is.
little,
Yeah.
portal in the bottom of
Monsters,
the
yeah.
ocean.
And robots.
Okay, all right. Samurai robots.
You know
with
what's
3 arms.
You know what's funny is the story was not all that great in Pacific Rim. And then they made Pacific Rim 2, and the overall movie is worse because they tried to tell a story.
Yeah, don't try to tell us. Well, see, Expendables did the different.
Yeah.
Did it different. First Expendables, about 30 minutes in, I almost turned it off. But at minute 31, the action
And
started.
they realized it's a fireworks show and
the
plot is
action
not
started.
needed.
And it was like, yes. And so then in number 2, there's no story. Just go
Yeah.
straight to the action.
Yeah, so Pacific
That's
Rim
all
did
I
it the
need.
opposite. It's like, it's just, you just needed something like, okay, his best friend died. Now he's going to go kick some monster butt. Like, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, even John Wick. Like,
Yeah.
John Wick nails it perfectly.
Yeah. His dog dies.
All I
now
want
he's going after the world.
Is the coolest gunfights on the planet happening ever on movie screen. I don't need a story for that. And so, well done. Well done to John Wick. Your dog dies.
The
Yes.
genius behind John Wick is it's also dealing with a bully. Like that bully messed with the wrong dude, and it's that karma thing.
What is the
You
poor?
love to see instant karma.
Well, it's
So do you know
why.
that- do you
What's
know-
the poor man's John Wick that I love?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, yeah.
It's why that movie also was so good. And actually, that movie has more of a story, but basically, he's like a more pathetic John Wick.
He's a more
And then
related,
when-
like you
and
feel
then-
you can relate to him.
And his son doesn't respect him. And his neighbor's a douche. And his daughter doesn't respect him. And his wife, is probably looking sideways at the neighbor because the neighbor's like this fake macho dude with really fast cars. And then this guy just starts murdering people. And it's awesome.
I'd have to come back to me for that list. Maybe by the member show we can talk about.
Okay. Yeah, we should
gotta
probably
think
get out of here and get to the member show. Everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, head over to XoneBros.com or youtube.com/X1Bros to support the show. And then you'll be able to catch all the member shows. They are recorded. They're permanent up there for all of our members. Huge appreciation, everybody. Thank you for tuning in live. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, I guess is what they call it now. Check out Mr. McSpicy's YouTube channel, Know Your Game, X1 the Gamer's YouTube channel for daily gamer news, and we'll see you guys next time.